Welcome to Buffzone.com. My name is Kyle Ringo. I'm the CU beat writer for the Daily Camera newspaper. Wrestling at 140 pounds today is veteran sports columnist Neill Woelk.
Kyle, is this buff zone or just death zone given what's happened the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Neill, the Buffs are off to an 0-2 start. They've used 2 starting quarterbacks. The offense seems to be in disarray. They can't seem to move the ball consistently. The Buffs are ranked 117th nationally. Only 2 teams, Mississippi State and Louisiana Lafayette, are worse offensively right now. And the Buffs have number 22 Arizona State coming into town this week, followed by a trip to Georgia and a trip to Missouri, which is playing surprisingly well. And then to top it off, they have a quarterback who is expected to be the starter this year has announced his decision to transfer. Are the wheels about to fall off this thing?
Well, the good news is, Kyle, the easy part of the schedule is over with now. Now they can concentrate on playing the good teams now that they've lost to Montana State and Colorado State. You're right, they get to play Arizona State, they get to play Georgia, and they play Missouri. No, the wheels haven't come off. This had to be expected. Anybody who watched this program over the last few years knew that the talent level had declined and that things were going to get tough. I think it's going to get tougher this year, but I also think that the program is building a solid foundation despite all the things that have happened, that in the long run, Dan Hawkins is the right guy here, and things are going to turn around, in the long term.
I sort of disagree with you. I do believe that Dan Hawkins is the right guy here. I mean, 2 games is way too early to make any kind of determination on this coaching staff. Anybody who does that, that's just absurd to me. But I do kind of feel like there's the potential for the wheels to come off this thing a little bit. The other day, after the Colorado State game, we're interviewing players afterwards, and guys are coming out of the locker room talking about the need to continue to believe in their coaches. And to me, if guys are coming out and just volunteering that sort of statement, that tells me that there are some guys in the locker room who may not believe at this point.
I think you're always going to have dissension. I think you're always going to have problems when you have a new coach, whether it's, when Rick Neuheisel took over for Bill McCartney, he had problems with some of his players because they were MAC guys, and you had the same thing when Barnett took over for Neuheisel. You obviously are going to have the same thing here. What I do think you have to look at is I do think the team made some small improvements, and that's how you're going to have to measure. That's going to be the standard of success for the next few weeks with this team is, have they improved? Are they getting better? Is there a chance for them to beat some people down the road? And I still think that that's there. How the players respond will be very important, but I don't think the wheels are coming off by any means, not yet.
What do you think happened with the Brian White situation? Brian White went into training camp as the clear favorite to win the starting quarterback job. A month later, he walks into Dan Hawkins' office and says, "I'm out of here. I'm quitting the team." How did that happen?
I don't know, but that's the first time I've ever seen a guy named the starting quarterback, virtually named the starting quarterback in training camp, and be demoted to number 3, but without ever taking a snap and actually leaving the program. Obviously, the coaches lost confidence in him. I don't know if the players did. It was a change they felt they had to make, and I think that we can't just sit there and look at it and try and dissect it and figure out what went wrong, because the fact of the matter is the kid is gone, and now it's time for them, to stick with Bernard Jackson as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. I think going forward, you have to stick with one quarterback until, like Hawkins said in the preseason, until that guy decides that he's not the guy, or proves that he's not the guy on the football field.
Well, I think Bernard Jackson is the guy right now, and check in with us next time on Buffzone. Thanks for joining.